What a wonderful time it is. Magical. Just went through an important portal. We're finishing the year strong. So nice and peaceful. Did you enjoy yesterday's meditation? Yeah, now we're nice and peaceful. But today we're going to talk about Mercury Retrograde. Mercury Retrograde! Relax. You're going to do Mercury Retrograde like a boss. Oh yeah. A lot of this world, a lot of navigating the time period is understanding the energies and how do we work with these energies instead of fighting against these energies. And in today's lesson, you are going to finish 2023 strong. You could write it in the chat, finish strong. And we're going to finish strong by utilizing Mercury Retrograde to our advantage. And when you understand, understand, and overstand the energies, you will work with Mercury Retrograde and you will do it like a boss. You could write that as well. Like a boss. You are a boss. You know, sometimes a picture is painted. A picture of gloom and doom. Ooh, spooky. I put the little spookster in the chat before I got on. But you don't have to be spooked out by Mercury Retrograde. Some people, they hear Mercury Retrograde and they just shut their lives down and they hide underneath the couch. And I'm here to encourage you, not only should you not hide under the couch, but you should actually get out in the world and utilize Mercury Retrograde and its energies to your advantage. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, could you kindly smash the like button? It will help others find this message and help them utilize this energy and make the most out of it and finish 2023 off strong. Some people are saying, oh, well, I thought we were going to do blah, 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 blah. It's Mercury Retrograde. We can't. Oh, yes, you can. And not only are you going to be able, are you going to be doing miraculous things, you're going to finish it off like a boss. So hit the like button. Please subscribe to this channel if you're new to the channel, or maybe just double check just in case. And we have daily videos at 9 a.m. Eastern time if today's message resonates with you. Understand energy and work with it. What is this energy doing? And how can I navigate with these waves of energy? When you go to the beach and a big massive wave comes, doesn't matter how strong you are, it's going to topple you. So you got to get on the surfboard, surfs up, baby. And we're going to be knocking into Mercury Retrograde like a boss. This backwards energy, sometimes we're afraid to go backwards, but sometimes we have to go back and get a running start, right? Like sometimes you get in a big gap when you're playing Super Mario Brothers. Remember the retro video games? They were great back in the day, right? So you got you got to jump over this hole, and you got to back up, and then you hit the B button, and then you run over it. Sometimes we have to go backwards. What are the things we have to focus on? Revise, revisiting, refreshing, recalibrating, review, reflect on your everyday life. Revising is really important. Think of the things that you've already worked on. And since we're going backwards, you will use this energy to your advantage by going backwards and revising certain things. On my journey, I will be applying this. I mean, this video itself, I've done a Mercury Retrograde video before, but we go back maybe to some of the topics. And if you're a part of this journey over the next couple of weeks, we will be revisiting and revising, making some of these very important topics better, refresh certain things, take time to recalibrate. And I mean, we should do this anyway as we are approaching the end of this very powerful year. It was the 7-year, triple sevens, baby. Yeah, you didn't think it was so much luck, but you will see the luck, the clearing. Think about it. Refreshing, Your life is being refreshed. Isn't it refreshing? Oh, it's so refreshing. We have so much space now for activities. So we're refreshing. We are reflecting. Reflect on our past year. And what were the life lessons that you had this past year? And reflect on them and, okay, I take this, I take that, and I move forward. And yes, we move forward with a clean slate. These are all the energy themes. So when we've been talking about this, so now we can see, what a coinkydink. This retrograde is going to go all the way till the beginning, the first of the next year. So it's all about finishing strong. It's all about looking at all of the things that we went through this past year and really putting the pedal to the metal, but going back over some of these older topics, revisiting things that we maybe missed the opportunity. Missed opportunities. Maybe you have regrets. Maybe an opportunity presented itself to you, and you say, "Oh man, I messed up." Right? We fudged up a little bit, just a smidgen. Right? So maybe now is an opportunity to try again. Try again. You could write it in the comments. Try again. You might have regrets. You missed an opportunity. You might have had an opportunity for a job. You might have had an opportunity to connect with someone, and maybe you were scared. Maybe you were scared of taking the leap of faith for the job. Maybe you were scared to take the leap of faith with this person, and you missed the opportunities, and you say, "Oh, shucks, dagnammit, I missed this opportunity." Mercury retrograde is a blessing. Oh, that's right, I said it. It's a blessing because now you have an opportunity to try it again. Because, light warriors, regret is worse than failure. Stop being afraid. Stop being afraid. I know there's a lot of people out there afraid. It's all right. It's been a rough couple of years. But regret is worse than failure. You try something. If you fail at it, okay. But if you sit there and then you say, "Oh, well, now someone else had that idea, or someone else got that job, or someone else took advantage of this relationship," regret is worse than failure. You're going to be sitting there and you're going to be regretting it, and then you're going to have more, knots in your stomach. "Oh, I should have done this." So missed opportunities, it's a time period. Go back, revisit these opportunities, and try again. A lot of people know, and that's why we are all rethinking our lives the past few years since that faithful year of 2020, and we could clearly see we're in a new world right now. And you might have looked at Mercury retrograde in a lens in the past. Now you have a better understanding. Cosmic beings of light activations, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Light warrior. Appreciate that. So we know you might be a Mercury retrograde pro, and you know all about Mercury retrograde. And we might know that communication is bad. It's poor communication during Mercury retrograde, but that's not the case. What you are given is an opportunity to think before you speak. Go slow, think it through. What are we doing? We are reflecting. We are recalibrating, and then we communicate. Instead of just communicating, like that's something that we might all do in our everyday life. We might just open our mouths, we might say things, and then you regret it later. But take the time to think before you speak. I always refer to a quote that my mother loves. Make sure your brain is engaged before engaging your mouth. Make sure your brain is thinking, your brain is in gear, and then you engage your mouth. So even though communication is bad, we can reflect on this time of, okay, it's giving us a chance to think very in detail. What am I going to say? And then speak it. It's not a say, I can't say anything. It's bad communication. Let me shut my life down until the first of the year and hide under the couch or something like that. You can't live like that. We also know that traveling can be bad during this time period. Okay, well, maybe it's not a time to travel. Maybe it's a time to do an inside job. Maybe it's time to sit still and build in your surroundings instead of traveling all over the world. There's a time for this and a time for that. And maybe there's times to travel, and then there's times to sit with it. I had a mentor years ago, and he would tell me sometimes, you got to sit with it. And sometimes we don't like hearing that. We don't want to sit with it. We always want to move forward. That's just part of our journey, especially if you're driven. But always remember, there's a time for this and a time for that. You might be driven to do certain things, but sometimes we need to sit with it. So we sit. What are we doing? We're thinking before we speak. We're revising. We're revisiting. We're refreshing. We're recalibrating. We're reviewing. We are reflecting on our everyday lives. So as we move forward, we are moving forward efficiently, with strength, improvements. When we revise it, we are making improvements. And now we are utilizing Mercury retrograde like a boss, right? You could throw that emoji guy with the glasses, right? You ever see that thing and the glasses come down like a boss, right? So you are moving forward with Mercury retrograde like a boss. You are able to now measure. Sometimes we like to just go, free with the energy, but sometimes it is good to measure. Why do we measure things? So we could gauge the progress in a specific area of your everyday life, whatever that might be. So we measure certain things. Oh, the first time I did this, I got this amount of outcome. Now I did it and I got that amount of outcome. And then you can gauge the progress. Okay, I did this last year and it didn't work out. And now I did it this year and I did it 3 times better. Okay, so that's why we do measure things. You use this information, you have intel to work with, and now moving forward, you could implement these things. You say, wow, I did this time, but I didn't do it last time, and look at how much better the outcome was. So now I take this information that I've gathered, and I am going to apply it, and I'm going to use it moving forward, and that's how you are navigating Mercury retrograde like a boss. Got to be a boss now. All the bosses in the chat, let us know if the bosses are in the chat. You'll be able to navigate this time period like a boss. Don't be afraid to go backwards. Don't be afraid to revise things. It's important to revise things. And again, I know it too. There it is, illuminated one. There it is. I know a lot of us, we want to move forward. I fall into that as well. But when we take a step back, and I know this is coming. So I'm already jotting down some ideas of maybe some topics I did in the past. And I want to revisit some of these topics. And I want to revise some of these things. So that's where your focus needs to be. Maybe you need to refresh certain things. Literally, something came over me yesterday. I just cleaned like 80% of my house. I still have a little bit more to do. I said to myself, I just need to refresh. I threw a bunch of stuff out. I said, I'm saving this. I said, what am I saving it for? I said, just throw it out. And some of us, we tend to hold on to things. We're holding on. We're collecting things. Let's just refresh it. Throw it out. Clean it out. Sometimes we say, but you feel the energy change. Vacuum, clean, throw out. Rearrange, refresh, recalibration. This is a recalibration of our everyday lives. That's where we want to stay focused on. And just because things are, you have to be flexible. You have to go with the flow. And just because certain things, you're working with different energies at this time, okay, communication is bad. We know that. So take your time. It just means don't open your mouth up without thinking. Make sure your brain is in gear before you engage and you speak. That's all it means. It doesn't mean hide. Don't talk to anyone. Don't leave your house. Some people don't leave their house during Mercury retrograde. It's not that scary out there, okay? It's not that spooky. So it's time to refresh, revise, measure. Okay, what's the outcome? Oh, I did this time. I had a second chance. There was a missed opportunity. I had regret. And now I'm going back and I'm going to now take that opportunity. We are always, the universe is going to present us with opportunity. Here is the opportunity. It's right before our very eyes. And still, we allow the opportunity to pass us by. So now, when that, oh, I have a second chance now, you're going to have to dig deep. You're going to have to not have fear. You're going to have to step up with strength. Because regret is worse than failure. This life is a short life. We live forever. We live multiple times, yes. But you are here for this lifetime to accomplish something and to have experiences. And this life will pass you by. So have the strength to tackle some of these missed opportunities. What are the missed opportunities you had over the course of this past year? It is time to finish strong. So if you have that second chance, if you have the ability to revisit a missed opportunity, oh, I better take advantage of it this time. What do they say? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That's how it works here. Bay Area believer, thank you so much. I love you, brother. Thanks for being here always. I love you. Appreciate you so much. Catching up to you, Bay Area. 56 consecutive days in the gym, Bay Area. Coming in. Oh, it's gonna be tremendous 2024. Yeah. 2024, it's gonna be a year like never before. It's going to be a year like never before. And you got to break free. Break free. Stay focused. Yeah, be a boss in the gym. Absolutely. Take ownership. Be disciplined. I know maybe these are things that some people don't like, but these are the authentic things that last the test of time. When you take ownership of your everyday life, when you're disciplined. I mean, look at our channel. No matter what comes our way, when we show up every single day, all of a sudden, that's where the magic lies. Simply by showing up every single day. I missed something in the chat. If someone could let me know, fill me in. We are live, so it's going by so fast. But listen, embrace these opportunities. Connect with new people. And if you are resonating with this, hit the share button today. I'm very grateful if you share this video. Hit the like button if today's... Are you ready for Mercury retrograde like a boss? Did Uncle Mike make Mercury retrograde a lot better for all of you? It's my honor to do this. Don't be fearful of these things and just keep going. Be the boss of your destiny, Beep Beep writes. Yeah, absolutely. Be the boss of your destiny. Hashtag no days off, Kim writes. Yeah, no days off. There's no days off. Just keep going. Life, it just keeps going, and you're going to have to keep up with life. Otherwise, you will realize that life has passed you by. Oh, I got to be in my ego. I'm afraid of this. And then all of a sudden, you're sitting there, and life has passed you by. Get out there, move forward, even though we're going backwards. revisit things, focus on missed opportunities, focus on the re's, because we're going in reverse. Revise, revisit, refresh, recalibrate, review, and reflect on your everyday life this past year, and you will finish 2023 strong. And so it is. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with at least one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. I love you all. And if this message really helps you with Mercury retrograde, please share it today. Share it on your social media. Share it with others. Text it to a friend. Maybe say, hey, here you go, friend. This is what you need to do to finish 2023 off strong. It ain't over yet, kid. You still have time. You got time to make the timeline jump. If you're new to the channel, head over to the channel page. You could catch up. I always share. Just watch the previous week's episodes. And some people, they love it, but they're like, I don't know. I'm a little lost. Just go back. The videos interlock with each other. Just keep going. You are now a professional at Mercury retrograde navigational tools. Yeah, you're navigating. Yeah, you're a boss of Mercury retrograde. I love you all. We'll be back on tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Mercury retrograde has begun.